Actually, give me just 1 second. I had to straighten up the cord on the thingamajigger. Whew. Which brings me to the topics that we're going to talk about today. So, I'm sure by now that a lot of you have heard about the whole Kenny D situation. Well, I get up this morning and here on my notification thing on my phone, I receive what felt like a blow to the face. And it was kind of like Kenny D's way of, I guess, trying to make me come back. He proceeded to tag me in a post. And it was, "Oh, Judy Hopps' smile is so cute." And then he tagged me and only yet again a few people in it. And it's like, dude, you obviously, hello Chris, you obviously didn't learn from what I told you, because if you had, you wouldn't be tagging me in anything. You would be just posting it. But he didn't learn anything from it, I don't believe. Yeah, Chris, you weren't here for the first part of the story. Guess what Kenny D, the guy that I unsubscribed from, did this morning? Like, I'm not even joking. At the time that I got up, it was like 3 hours from when I saw it. Or it was 3 hours ago when I saw it. Go ahead. Just guess what he did. What did he do? No, hold on. Let me put that in a British accent. What did he do? He tagged me in a post. And the bad thing was, the post wasn't anything towards me or anything. It was basically him trying to, I guess, get me to come back or something like that, because instead of like just instead of just posting it, he freaking tags like me and I think like 3 or 4 other people in the post, and the post is like, "Oh, Judy Hopps' smile is so cute." It's like, dude, did you not read anything that I tagged you in? Because obviously you didn't. Because you still haven't learned to stop being unfair to your other viewers. And I guess that was his way of trying to get me to come back. And it's like, dude, I left because the fact that, one, you're unfair to all your other viewers. Even when tagging me, you're being unfair to everyone else. And 2, you called me out on something that I said, because the fact you said wrong answers only, and I gave a wrong answer because it was like one of those photos where Judy or Nick looked, or no, if I remember correctly, the photo was they were sitting at Bellwether's desk from that one scene, and he's like, "What are they looking for?" And I said they're looking for the big bad wolf that saved them earlier, or something like that. And it was just meant to be funny, and bro called me out on another post later and said no big bad wolf stuff. It's like, dude, how much of an ass can you be? Anyway, also I found out today, or actually it was yesterday, so I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I found out that they are making an animated Dr. Seuss movie. Or the Cat in the Hat movie, excuse me. And I'm like, dude, we don't need a Cat in the Hat movie. We've already got one that looks so freaking scary that it's not even funny. Why would you want to torture us with an animated version of it? You know what's sad? You don't get many points for dropping the, Hello, Ace, how are you? He's trying to call you out without being obvious, but it is obvious and makes him an ass. Yes, it does. Very much so. Like, dude, there's no way he doesn't know by now that I left his channel. There's no way he hasn't paid attention to that yet. And there's no way he hasn't paid attention to the fact that I tagged him in a post and said that I was leaving. So there's like physically no way that this guy can say that he doesn't know that I left. But, out of respect, I just, cleared it off, and I didn't say anything else about it. Because it's like, I don't want to be an ass and cause him to lose subscribers or anything. But I also don't want anything to do with him anymore because of the fact that I see the kind of person that he is. The Ace 028. I have an idea for you, since you're calling yourself the Ace. But it would be really, really hard for you to maybe get some pictures of some of them. The idea that I got is look up some pictures of some aces from World War I, World War II, and then get a picture of their plane and put it on your profile picture. For me, if I was named the Ace, I would put the Ace of Aces, which is the Red Baron. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if anybody topped his kills in World War II or not. The Red Baron will always be known to me as the Ace of Aces. Or you could do like some people and just put an ace card. That'd be funny. Matter of fact, the Red Baron is like one of my favorite. He's like not really a role model, but he's like one of my favorite people.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Like with me, I did Southern Wolf Gaming, so I changed my profile picture to the wolf with the with the cowboy hat. And you know, I did give you guys an option on whether or not you wanted me to change it to that other one, and y'all all screamed at me and said no. So I was like, okay, message received. Bro just said, am an effing Jew. I need that money. Bro, you just proved to everybody you ain't no Jew.
A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
Oh, he ain't lying, and it's a bomber too. Well, no, like, it has nothing to do with Imagine needing money or anything. It's just like, it's like, dude, you know, stop. Like, my whole thing is even when I was free to play, alright, and a lot of y'all don't know that I was at one point free to play, because I used my dad's account, and that was what I did on there, was I just freaking... I was completely free to play except for like the starter packs. What I would do is if I needed money for like a vehicle, I'd go and play like tanks or something. And that would be what I would do. I would earn the money, and I would make sure that I had money left over so that if I had an upgrade or something that I needed to do, I had money left over for it. It was a grind, but in the end, it was fun, and I enjoyed it. The funny thing is you want to know the vehicle that I used to get the Silver Lions and everything with? It was the Stu 42. That was the one that I used. That's why I love it so much. It's a really good tank. The Stu 42, I do believe, is one of the tops on my list too. So I'll have to go and look before I say that, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the top things on my list. Let me go look. Over here, let's see. Oh, that's arcade battles. I was about to say, what? Yep, there it is. Stu 42. It's in 6th place with 59 kills. We're not gonna focus on the fact that I have 154 with the M51. We're not gonna worry about that. Yeah. And it is a 58% victory ratio, which is pretty darn decent. I love how with the Panzer IIIL, I have a 63, Panzer IIIN 66, Tiger H1 66, mainly because I don't mess with it very much. Oh, wow. What? Ain't no way I got a 70% win ratio with that. Same thing with the Yag Tiger, or Yag Panther, that's crazy. I'll be glad to get all the crap. It ain't got nothing to do with the British. There you go, that looks good. I like that. That looks really good. But you know what's funny? You want to know what's funny? Alright, so we have Israel, Britain, Israel, Germany, Russia, Britain, America. And the bad thing is I hate both of these tanks. Well, I don't like, well. You should have found like the Red Baron's camo. It's like a red one. But I do like the Fokker DR one. I've been saying it for a long time that I feel like they need to add World War I planes to the game. Anyway, who wants to join me? I know Chris would freak out if they added World War I planes, considering. Because Chris, let's be honest, like, most of what, most of the stuff that they would end up having to add is British, German, and maybe a few Russian planes. Like, the Americans made planes, but most of them were just bought, how do we say it? They were, like, bought rights for that particular aircraft. Like, a lot of the planes that America built were actually British designs. It wasn't until after World War I that America really started making their own planes. I mean, yeah, we made a few planes here and there, but they weren't very good, and they looked a lot like the British planes, so it was like, you know, it's British. Well, no, see, that's what I'm saying. You know, they added that World War I bomber, and it was like, it was like one of those really cool vehicles, and I did like it. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, why? Also, hi, Chris. I see you're all the way down there. UK actually rents their nukes from US. That's crazy. America, hey, you want a nuke? It's $1 billion. Britain, yeah. You know, for the Skyraider to be such a big plane, the cockpit feels like really, really small. Like it's a massive aircraft, but the cockpit feels really small. Like it's like, dude, you have all that room on that airplane. Why did you have to make my come here, buddy. I gotta turn left. You know, the bad thing is, I know that gave you trauma because you don't like me. No. Wait. You know what's funny? I know the guy that actually did those noises, and I cannot stand him. He's an actor, but I cannot stand dealing with him. Holy crap, my wing... Wow, that was a weird maneuver. I'm going to try gaining some altitude because there's an FW-190 down here. I don't know what he's planning on doing, so I want to get as much altitude as possible.
We're ahead of the enemy.
Oh, he's going for a base. He ain't even worried about me, I don't think. He might, though, once he, Did he just crash? I swear it feels like he just crashed. Nope, he's still down there. Chris, I gotta ask, like, what do you run on that makes you not be able to update YouTube? Like, I'm not trying to like beat you down because you don't have the ability to update YouTube or anything. It's just like I'm wondering, like, what do you run on? iOS 16. Is that like a computer? Or is that like a phone? Because I don't know of anything about iOS's. Like, the only thing I mess with is like, dude, that B-17 is going to take my base. Dude, I clearly marked that, and that B-17 is going to take my base anyway. If he does, I'm going to freaking say some not so nice words. I gotta get down here before his bombs do. Oh, he missed him anyway. Alright, I got the base. It's good. Is your real name Tony Stark? You got the first part right, but the back part, no, that would be incorrect. No, my real name is not Tony Stark. It'd be cool if it was, but no. My last name got picked on a lot when I was a kid. And so I just keep it a secret. Like, I don't care if you guys know my first name. Yeah, just call me Tony Wolfer. That's actually my nickname in Discord is Tony Wolfer, but hey, look! Things to blow up! Skyraider activated! Yes? What's the issue? What do you mean evade? What's going on? Uh-oh. Tree! Wing! Chris! I hit a tree! Chris, all you heard was, Chris, I hit a tree. Chris, don't blame the LA-11. He was just trying to do his job. Hey, Chris, your wing fell off too. We're lost wing buddies. Yay! I feel like Chris hates me now. Alright, Chris. If I keep this up and if I keep getting points, I'll be going back to 6-3 in no time. Of course, if I get this thing before I get this plane level up all the way, we'll be going to 6-0 instead. But if I'm being honest, I'm really looking forward to getting this, because it gets 3 1000s, a 2000, the Tiny Tim rockets, the fire bombs, the rockets, the 500s, the Mighty Mouse ones. Those are nice. Why do you give it 250s? Like, that makes no sense to me. Then we get the AN Mark 1s. I think those are like shrapnel bombs. The mines for ships and stuff. It's 1,000 pounds. I used to use them, and they actually exploded bases, which is really cool. The 1,600 pound armor piercing bomb. Oh, that's cool. And then, of course, it gets a torpedo, which I love the fact that on American torpedoes we put like that wood piece on the front and like that cloth piece on the back. And it like makes the torpedo look really weird, but there's a reason behind it. Apparently, that part on that particular aircraft kept falling off or something. Or on that torpedo. And it had something to do, I do believe, with the fact that our torpedoes, every time they would make contact with something, they wouldn't explode. Please no. Anyway, I'm ready for you, Chris. There we go. Yeah, don't they call that Italian brain rot now? Like, I don't even know where it came from. Oh. Will you scream bloody murder, Chris? I can do that too. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna fly as low as I possibly can to get to some of these bases. Because from what they're saying, this is early jets, so... Oh, it's doing the thing again. And they're not wrong, this is early jets. Chris, I think I heard you all the way here in America, buddy. I think I heard us faint. I'm gonna kill him! Oh. I don't know what your voice sounds like, so I had to guess if that was how it sounded or not. Also, look, Sky Raider is now Ground Raider. No, that's because he made me spill tea on myself by screaming. Hey Chris, do you laugh at things that you type as you're typing them? Or is that just a me thing? Yeah, because like, because that's something I do. Also, going through these hills really reminds me of, it really reminds me, yes, it does count. Like, any laugh at all. Going through these hills reminds me of when I had my jet for Israel at 8-3 and I didn't want a dogfight, I just wanted to bomb bases. And I would just take the darn thing and I'd be like, alright, well let me go over here, and then I would just freaking fly through the mountains. It was so fun doing it too, because it was like, you got to look at some really nice terrain. Like, it's amazing how much detail they put into the terrain that you might fly through at some point. See, there is a way to fix that, Chris. If you're using Discord, it can cut out, like, noises. Like, I know when I'm using Discord, I've been, like, eating chips or something, and I'm like, hey, guys, can you hear this? And they're like, no, we can't hear it. It's because the fact that anything that isn't your voice, it cuts it out. So, like, my AC's going right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it. What are you flying? I was about to say, why do I hear a jet coming up behind me? No, it's just you. Let me turn left. Bro, you just went by me like I was sitting still. Alright. I gotta climb, so... Because I had to get over this mountain. Because I'm going to hit 2 targets and then I'm going to get out of here. Or at least that's the plan. As hard as it is to get over this mountain, I'm going for it. Hey, what's a J6K1? Does anyone know? It sounds scary. Dude, can I live up here? Nobody would ever bother me then. Chris, that J6K1 seems like it's getting closer to me. I don't like it. Kill it. It's a threat to my life. He's actually turning for me, I think. Or he might be going for the AI, I don't know. I think he's going for the AI, so just leave him alone until he's actually a threat, I guess. Dude, the Sky Raider, once it gets like a load off of it, like it actually becomes really light. Not fast, but just really light. And it's able to turn like really well. You know, when I told you to kill him, I was kind of joking. Unless he was a threat. Now you're stuck in a fight with a Japanese plane. Good luck with that. Because I knew I wasn't going to be able to turn fight with him. So if he kills you, just remember, you did that on your own. I'll be glad when I can get the 1,000. Wow, okay. I'll shut up. Hey, look! Bridge! Dude, why is there a bridge stretching all the way across this map? What the world, dude? Look at this. Chris, come here. Look at this. The bridge starts here, and then it just starts going and going and go. It doesn't stop, Chris. Chris, I'm going to play Follow the Bridge. I want to know where it goes. I'm following the bridge, the bridge, the bridge, the bridge. You know, it is tempting to actually land and take off from it, yeah. Okay, so they did all that bridge stuff just so you could cross this? Dude, where does that make any sense?
Somebody attack him.
No. Never. Negative. Oh.
Take him down.
Negative. Hey, Chris, do you want to hit ground targets with me? Or are you still trying to land your airplane? You landed your airplane on the bridge. I'm just going to drive or fly away right now. The amount of disappointment I have for Chris right now is just unimaginable, guys. You know, I love this plane, but I hate the spread on the guns. Wait, did you crash it or what? Chris, did you crash? Wait, hold on. You said it's not forcing me out of my plane. Wait, so if you just land on a field, it forces you out of your plane? Dude, that's stupid. I'm coming. This thing ain't exactly rated for high speeds. Well, it is, but it's just very slow. It's a very slow plane. Chris, I feel like you should take off. If you buttered it, now you have to butter the takeoff. Take off, Chris. I want to see this. Hold on. Let me turn away from the mountain. Also, I have 10 minutes worth of fuel, so I gotta head back now. Okay, you got off. Cool. Alright, so we proved that it can be done. Alright, so you want to go for the Hornet? And you didn't damage anything in that landing, did you? I feel like my wings would have probably been hanging off the bridge. To be honest, that looks like a really nice emergency landing spot. Because you could just land it on the bridge and just wait for somebody to drive by. What is the Hornet? Isn't the Hornet like that weird plane that the British get with like no nose whatsoever, but twin engines? Alright, I'm gonna strafe a few more targets and then I'm gonna head home. I love the fact he crashed his aircraft trying to kill it, but managed to still somehow fail. Hit that last one. Where'd you go? Chris? Oh. Anyway, I'm gonna head back to the airfield so I can reload on bombs and come back and bomb things. Hey Chris, the TU2, it calls me. Yeah, there's no way you're gonna catch that in a yak. I'm a single engine. Dude, this thing actually has a really good single engine too. Why is he charging me? Dude, why are you charging me? That was a mistake he shouldn't have made. I feel like if this thing, excuse me, I feel like if this thing would have had twin engines, it would have been a really formidable aircraft. Alright, Chris, let's head home. I'm down to 24 rounds. I ain't got much left, so I'm gonna head home. Unless you want to go for that last one, good luck. I'm gonna head to the very far base. I got 7 minutes worth of fuel. I can make it. I just watched you squirt out so many bullets trying to kill that plane. All I saw was... Good job. Alright, now get over here. You know, I don't even know how many minutes of fuel. Dude, they give me 18 minutes of fuel to start with in this thing. Dude, I gotta know, Chris. How do you not jam your guns when you do that? Also, hello, Sweaty. What's his name now? Sweaty. You can call me Steven. No, we're calling you Sweaty. Steven reminds me too much of Steve, so I have to call you Sweaty. I hate Steve.
Excuse me.
Hey, at least we're not calling you Sweetie. Then you'd really be weird. Buttered it. Hey, Chris, do you get the feeling we might or might not be getting murdered here in a second?
Attention to the designated grid square.
Chris, stop being a show-off. I love how Chris just ate every bit of landing gear and propeller that he could have ever thought he had. Well, goodbye, Chris. Why is it when you join, all I see is a buttload of question marks? You'll never catch me. You know what I'm reminded of whenever I say that? You'll never catch me, copper. Shut up before Chris kills me. Dude, this thing is so freaking heavy when it gets off the airfield first. Like, dear God, I tried to turn it and it felt like it was going to fall out of the air. Hi, Chris. You know, it'd be funny if I said hi, Chris, and then my plane immediately exploded. I'm gonna make my plane go skadoosh. I'm gonna wait for Chris to kill me now because of that reference. I need to turn left. Guys, watch Chris. Watch Chris. Every time I say the words, I need to turn left, Chris immediately turns left the moment he hears it on the stream. Alright, so I'm assuming that the Yak 15 over here is either AFK, he's either killed someone. Oh, he killed someone. That's what that was about. So the last person is a bomber. So I did actually turn left on you. I'm sorry. Say you need to turn again. Hey, Chris. I have to merge slightly left. There, I merged. I love the fact he said, say you have to turn again, and I said I have to merge slightly left. Chris is gonna shoot me down one of these days because of that. I guarantee it. Also, Chris, apparently if you shoot these like gas tanks, when they erupt, it rips my wing off. So that was a nice little thing to find out earlier today. Or was it earlier today or was it yesterday? I can't remember. But it was really interesting looking, actually. This is like the slowest attack formation ever. We should honestly try and do like dogfights and bomber stuff. How did you find that out? So, when I was playing this plane, I was using these particular bombs, this exact loadout actually. An enemy plane got behind me and hit one of my fuel tanks because I did this, and they hit the fuel tank, and all of a sudden all I saw was poof, and then my wing went boom and fell off. And I went plummeting into the ground. That was actually when I lost my tail and my wing, because they took the tail. Hey, we should follow that road. I bet it leads somewhere. Should we follow the yellow brick road, Chris? Now I know Chris is gonna murder me for that one. I'm gonna run now. Oh, there are a lot of ground targets, yeah. Hey Chris, the yellow brick road is the yellow brick road is the bridge. We're gonna follow the bridge. I'm gonna see where it goes. Alright Chris, watch out. I don't want you to get burnt to death. You know what's funny? There's like 4 of us and only 1 of him, but I have no idea where he's at, and that's what's scary. Dude, I'm not even joking with you. Your plane sounds like a no, wait, never mind. That's the AI plane. Never mind. I was about to say your plane sounds like a freaking jet, and then I saw that it was that thing and not yours. So it was like one of those things where it's like, oh. It'll take me about 3 passes to kill that. I'm gonna go kill some ground targets. That way we can win the match a little bit faster, because he's draining us of points right now. Wait, how am I the top of the team? Chris, I don't like being top on the team. Where's the HE-177? Wait, how do you know he's an HE-177? He's at that airbase? Chris, are you serious? He's at that airbase? Oh, you're talking about their other airbase. Okay, okay. I was about to say, dude, if he's at that airbase, you can kill him. That's why a lot of, like, bombers and stuff, they don't go to those air bases. Because it's like, dude, that's just asking to be murdered. Hey, we won. Darn, he ran out of time. That's what happened with him. Holy crap, Chris. Chris, look at my screen. Alright, so we're going to get that, alright? And we're not going to really worry about the mines or anything. So, we're going to purchase this. We're going to slap this where the P-47 is. There we go. And then once we get the AD-4, or the AM-1, excuse me, we'll put it where the Corsair is. And then the only other vehicle that I'll need is the B-29. And we'll be good to go. And then we can start researching those. Matter of fact, secondary weapons. Let me see what I got now. Alright, cool. We got the 1000. That's what I wanted. Because now I can actually do damage to a base. Yeah, I'm sticking to this until I level it up. I spayed all my crap out, Chris. I thought you knew this by now. So now I have a 1,000 pounder, and now I go even slower. That's nice. Holy armament. Yeah, you ain't wrong. I pack as much as I can on a plane because of the fact that you never know what you're going to run into. Well, this is heaven for me. Look at all the targets I have. Too bad I didn't make one with just 1,000 pounders. Yes, Chris? Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Oh, don't worry. I'm going to go delete them. I'm going to go this way. Hey, Chris, you know the funny thing? This thing's a naval plane. I'm going to do it. I'm going to return to, I'm going to return to my natural habitat, Chris. Chris, I have returned to my natural habitat. Also, hello World War II Dogfighter, how are you? I'd be careful what I said, Sweaty, considering Chris does have the ability to mute you. The only one he can't mute here is me. Hey Chris, how much damage do you think I'm going to do to this base, considering? Grey Wolf. Hey Chris, kill that plane. He's taking my name. Dude, do I look Japanese to you? Last time I checked, those are American markings. He's an ally or an enemy. Excuse me. I was about to say ally. Yep. Nope. Never mind. They got him. We're good.
The enemy's getting close to victory.
Hey, Chris. This is actually the quickest I've ever been able to get to a base and bomb it. Engage approved. Why are you calling yourself Wolf 4? Oh wait, guys, I just realized I don't have the wolf on the side of this plane yet. Dude, we all have to, like, anytime, like, me and Chris play. Wait, Chris, do you just like wolves or something, bud? Ah. So that's why, you found my channel, because you like wolves. Nice. Chris, you're about to be dead. Oh. Chris, I'm sorry. My God. I'll say you got a Hornet on your AWS, bro. You just got murdered. I'm gonna head towards the airfield and I'm gonna try and live longer than you did, Chris, in your honor. But yeah, like, Chris, I have to ask, like, what was the reason that you joined my channel? Now that you say that wolves are your favorite animal, like, what was the reason that you decided to stick around? I can be funny, I guess. I don't know. I try not to, like, make everybody's day. Fight me, G. Oh, never mind. I think the Spitfire got him. Yep, he's going down. Dear Lord, look at that. Sir, I believe that you're dead. Yep, he's dead. I love the dive flaps on these things. Like, that is so weird, but it's so cool at the same time. Landing gear out. You know, when you say got cheese, it reminds me of something that was going around during my middle school days. It was got grapes or got any grapes. I think that was what it was. And dude, I know that makes me sound old as all get out, but I must go help the fellow plane. I don't know what he's got on him, so I want to go and help him. I feel like I'm slower than him. Even though I don't think that there's like an engine upgrade with that plane. I think it's just the fact that it has more guns. I think. Don't quote me on that. Yes, I did know you if you kamikaze in open time, you can kill them. I knew that. That's like obvious. If you shoot them and then hit them, or if you drop a bomb while going down on them, you can kill them. And then it makes it look like you kamikazed into them. How is the enemy winning? Dude, they got one player left. How the flip is the enemy winning right now? Sir, I don't watch Spookston, so I wouldn't know nor care. You know, me and my friend, we were eating out last night. We were, just getting something to eat because it was Wednesday. And I got talking to him about what people he watches. You want to know what's funny? Me and him both watch Bowtime Gaming, and Bowtime Gaming is his favorite War Thunder YouTuber as well. Like, I could not help but laugh at that because of how awesome that was. Because it's not like every day that you find somebody that actually has a favorite YouTuber like you do. Like, I know I've told you guys a lot that Komodo Gaming, Spy Cakes, and Beautiful OB, and it used to be Brandon as well. Like, I used to watch those guys a lot. And shoot, there are some times that I think about going back and watching Komodo Gaming. And, I've honestly thought about it before. But, like, the thing is, I got older, And as you get older, you start running into the issue of, well, you know, but like I loved watching, like, and this is something that kind of really upset me a little bit with Komodo, with what he was saying, because Komodo made the comment that nobody really liked watching the Gary Mod stuff, and I'm like, dude, that's like my favorite thing that you played. It was always hilarious watching you murder OB all the time. Like, that's exactly what I told him too. I said, you know, I always had a blast watching that. It's like, dude, you know, don't sell yourself short. Meow. Stretching helps. I used to watch Frantic. No, see, that's the thing. Like, he was saying that, like, nobody liked watching it or whatever, but a lot of people, and he even said this himself, a lot of people said they wanted to a lot of people were saying in his comment section, like, dude, I used to love watching, like, Stormworks, Brick Rigs, and Gary's Mod. And see, that's how I am. Those are my favorite three things to watch him and OB play together. Like, it was hilarious every time. But now Komodo, I hate to be mean, but Komodo's channel has went from, like, being like the game where you played a lot of different things to a car channel to now it just seems like he plays a lot of, like, simulator channels and stuff like that. If he keeps spamming that, Chris, you have my permission to mute him. I'm not going to deal with anybody hashtagging anything in my chat. I don't care. I also have bombs strapped to my chest, Chris. Bro got muted for a whole minute. Dang. Most of the time, I just have my moderators, if there's one in here, I have them in here for the sole purpose if somebody starts pissing me off, I'll be like, alright, mods, I'll give y'all the option to mute him or not, and, you know. Not a DO335, I hate those things. I'll be glad to get the AM1 though. That'll be nice. I think that's a decent plane. Nuggies! Oh. On my way for nuggies. Or on nuggets. I don't know. Dude, look at the so many red names, Chris. The red names are scary. You know what? I'm just gonna fly around here and wait for bases to respawn. Just kind of chill. Because I don't have, like, proper bombs. I have these fire bombs on me, so needless to say, I can't, like, freaking really do anything. So So here I am just flying around, just kind of chilling. Hey, look, HE-112. Or 177, excuse me. I can kill that. As long as he doesn't hit my bombs. If he hits my bombs, I'm screwed, but... Wait, is he falling out of the air? No, back off of him, Chris. He's out of the air. Yep. Good job to on my way to get nuggies. Watch this, Chris. Bring me some nuggets, bro. Dude, are the bases gonna respawn or not? I ain't got but 13 minutes of fuel, and I ain't got that to be wasting on freaking waiting on a base to respawn. Guys, I'll be back.
A little more effort and victory will be ours.
What? What was that? I know the base is on the... Chris! You almost clipped my wing. Or tail, whatever. Also, sorry guys, I had a tick from one of my dogs crawling in my shirt, and I kept scratching at it because I didn't know what it was, and then I finally got it, and it was like, oh dear God, and I flushed it down the toilet. It's fine. Hey, an ME-264, are you thinking what I'm thinking, Chris? I'm aware ticks can't drown, but it's a quick and easy way to get them out of the freaking house. So that's why I do that. Hey, there's an A7M. You should take care of that, Chris. I'm getting at least something out of this match. Bomb away. Let me swing it around. Oh, it's a howitzer. This'll work. Oh! I'm gonna take the pillbox. I missed the pillbox. I got the howitzer though. You know, I have rockets for this particular reason. Eat rocket! Up. Oh. Whoops. Chris! Chris! Chris, you're dead! I feel like Chris is just rapidly typing things now because of how pissed. Chris, why would you fly under me? Chris! Chris! Yes, you did! I watched you fly under me! Oh my god. Oh my god, Chris. Chris, are you alright? Chris, would you accept this cupcake as an apology? Dadgum, that took too many shells. Oh, Geo 335! Ah, dear God, no. I am not gonna die to you. Chris, look, I'm dying.
Keep it up and victory will be ours.
Landing gear down. I blew up. Is he still on fire? Of course he isn't. Why would he be? There we go. Chicken Nugget got him. Prick. You know, I have 3 tacos. I'm gonna go warm those up right quick. I'll be back. I don't eat milk bone treats. I'll be right back. Alright, Duck, you said you wanted to join, right? So let me get you an invite right quick. Oh, nope, he's not online. Okay. Well. Let's see. What am I researching now for the aviation tree? That's right, the AM1. You know, guys, it's funny to me because look at this. All right, and I'm not even joking with y'all. Once I get the AM1, I have to start researching the B-29, and then I'll have nothing but jets to start researching into. What do you mean they get an A-10? No, they don't. Not that I know of. Give me a sec. Yum. Taco's good. They're not going to be good once I have the squirts. I need something to drink. Give me a sec. All right. Okay, then. 9. Yet. No. Chris, no. That does not count. These are reheated tacos. They're not that good. By the way, Chris, I'm ready to go. Hurry up. I want to go do this. So what, Chris? So what, Chris? So what, Chris? No, so what, Chris? Anyway, let's go. Come on. I gotta go. Come on. You ready? Let's go. I like boats. I like trains. Bam! Oh. I like tank. Boom. So if we said I like planes, if we said we like planes, what would the sound be? Meow. Haley, might I ask how old you are? Because here in this channel, anybody who is under the age of 18 is not allowed to talk at all. And that would be females, by the way. Ow! I meant females, Duck. You know why. And if you dodge the question, you also get yourself muted. So. Sweaty! Stop! Oh. I'm kidding, Sweaty. There's no more tacos, buddy. Yeah, after the incident that Duck referred to happened, it became a rule in this stream that if any female came in, they had to be at least 18. Because I had a girl talking to me, and I kept asking her how old she was, and this is what really pissed me off. She had everybody believing she was 15, right? Come to find out, after consulting with her sister after an incident, she was 12. And it made me feel like a pedophile. And it was like, I had done nothing wrong. All we ever did was talk. We did a few role plays here and there. Okay, I'm getting sick of being intercepted by DO335s. This is... I don't want the help button. But, the thing that really, yes, 14 research, yes. That 14 research is all it takes. But, after that happened, she tried to use her friend to talk to me after her mother and her sister told her to block me. She used her friend to talk to me for a little while. And then I finally told her, I said, look, because I found out she had this guy, and her friend, me and her were talking, and her friend was like, dude, the guy that she's like dating, that she's not even, she wasn't allowed to date, she wasn't allowed to talk to guys. And like that was just a rule her parents had for her because of how young she was, and I understood it. Like when I found out how old she was, it made a lot more sense to me that her parents made those rules for her, because you're 12. You shouldn't even be thinking about dating at the age of 12. I'm sorry. But and the guy that she was dating was a complete and total ass. And I finally just told her, I said, look, I'm not gonna keep on putting myself in a position to get into more trouble. Plus, I'm not gonna keep putting your friend out there, because if your parents find out that she is willingly being used to be a middleman so that we can talk, I'm not doing that. So I gave her an option. I said, it's either your boyfriend who's a prick or me. She then proceeds to go, tell him I'll never forgive him, and that was the last thing I said. I talked to her friend a little bit afterwards, and then I cut contact completely. And after that, I said that I would never allow a female that was under the age of 18 to come into my chats and talk at all. And the bad thing was, her friend was chill. Her friend understood, and, I told her friend, there's a possibility I might just stop talking to you. And her friend was like, yeah, I understand. I'm not going to be mad at you if you do. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I did. And that was last year, I think, right before or right after Christmas when that happened. And I was messed up about it for probably a good few months. Because, I saw her as a best friend, and then she dropped me like I meant nothing. So, it's one of those moments where you realize that the people that you believe are your best friends are the people that'll stab you in the back the fastest. So, needless to say, I don't really have anybody that I really talk to very often online, except for one kid, and me and him have been friends for 3 years. And me and him we play GTA together, we play War Thunder together. You guys might know him. His name's Jay. Me and him have been friends for 3 years. And even though I'm a lot older than he is, well, I say a lot older. He's like 12, 13, 14, somewhere around in there. So, I used to have another guy, who I was friends with for like 3 years. His name was Big Dog. A lot of y'all knew him as Get Bodied or Skeezy Kane. Was a lot the names that he used, and because of holographic ham in the Discord saying that he thought that Big Dog was using alternate accounts to how do I say this, to troll me. I mentioned it to Big Dog, and these are the words I said. I never said that I believed holographic ham. I said I don't know what to believe anymore, because holographic ham had been shooting a lot of crap up my rear end, and I couldn't tell what was real, what was fake. And my friend took it as that I was blaming him for this, and he blocked me and everything. And that was when holographic ham got himself kicked out of my thing, because I figured out that he was the one that was giving Mr. Mediocre a tips and everything, because it was very obvious at that point. But anyway, I have to take a quick restroom break, so we will reconvene when we get back. Thank you. Chris abandoned me to play ground. How dare he? Hello again, Ace. How are you? You know, I lost one of my knives yesterday, and I'm a little upset about it because it looked really nice. It's like one of those really nice looking knives. I lost it like a doofus. But hey, at least I haven't lost the big one that I have that has wolves on it. I have like a massive knife. Are you going to play War Thunder Sea again? I don't know. We're on the sea. Oh, we're on the sea. I don't know. I have to, I really got to learn how to play them before I can really live stream them, because I don't like looking like an idiot for 5 or 50 minutes trying to figure out how to play a game. A lot of games I walk into already knowing how to play them, but then there's other ones where it's like, what do I do again? Oh, whatever. I didn't really have a wingman anyway. He kept dying or abandoning me or. Brick rigs, I've never really tried building my own thing. And I tried it one time, actually, with Stormworks. I tried to... You need a manual for the tutorial? Are you serious? I have to buy the manual separately, don't I? I might actually get on my computer and mess around a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. But if I do, I'll only be playing like those different things. I'm gonna have to look up how to play the Wolfpack game too, because like that thing is impossible. At least just starting the darn sub up would be nice. Why do I always get intercepted? Oh, cool. I got the base. Oh, well, there goes my tail. Oh, so that's what the 188 looks like. Okay, that's that ugly thing. What's it about, bud? I'm not good at guessing anything, so you just need to go on ahead and tell me. Oh, dear God, you poor soul. You get to tell him how bad of a man he was. Yay! It's probably probably one of those like, oh, you have to do this over the summer break things. If I didn't answer the first time, what exactly makes you think I'm going to answer the second time? Y'all keep on. I'm going to make y'all watch one of the... I'm going to freaking stream and make y'all watch one of the freaking scariest and creepiest freaking games I've ever downloaded. I don't even play it myself anymore. Because that's how, like... Ugh. Like, that's how much it makes me want to gag and vomit. That's how much I hate it. It was a game called Property Damage, and what made me, Chris, if that's how you want to act, dude, go. I'm grinding out planes. That's what I'm trying to grind out right now. Yeah, Property. P-A-W-P-E-R-T-Y damage. As I said, Chris, I am grinding out planes. And the thing that really, like, I downloaded the freaking game, and immediately in the mod section, I found the Judy Hopps thing. So I went and downloaded it. I read the description and immediately, immediately I regretted downloading it. We'll put it that way. Immediately I regretted downloading the game, period, because it was just like, dear God, no. So somebody had took Judy Hopps, and one of the reasons that they did the character like this was apparently Judy was a perfect candidate for this macro program or whatever. And during the program, Judy asked for modifications of 2 assets. And I'm like, well, this is like the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever heard, but okay. Let's just say they give her big badunkadunk and big front end. We'll just say that. Her bumper and rear end bumper, or her front bumper and rear bumper got very large. We'll say that. And it made me vomit. But what made me really vomit is they did one that had her in a bikini. And there's an option in the photo mode to make her dance, and I was stupid enough to make her dance, and she started throwing her badonkadonk around, and I was just so freaking I needed a bag at that moment to vomit in because that was how bad it was. It was horrible, guys. I don't recommend. Please don't do that to yourselves. And not only that, they also had a Thanos one. They had a Thanos one, but the Thanos one actually looked really cool. Like, they have some cool ones in there, and then they have some really creepy ones in there. Me thinking Zootopia is for children. Trust me, Acer. Or Ace. The sickos have turned Zootopia into their little playground, so to say. Hello, Wyvern. Would you protect me? Be my protector. Okay. But, yeah, I lost my taste for the game after that. Well, I played it a little bit, and when I found it, like, I was excited. Yeah, there are people, and I'm not even joking when I say this. There are people, don't ask me how I know this, that have taken Judy and have done some questionable things to her before. And by questionable things, I mean that they have, how do I say this? They have made her have big badonkadonk and big front end. They've, there was a werewolf comic that they did of her. They did do a werewolf comic of her, and dude, that was awesome. I read it. It was so cool. Like, and the best part about it was, like, it didn't, like, very much expose anything either. Like, that was my best and favorite part about it. But, like, the bad thing is, like, they did the werewolf comic, and all it really was her transforming into the werewolf, and that was it. Alright, is this thing gonna burn anymore? Nope, it stopped burning. Alright, time to drop my 1,000. So now that I know. But, yeah, somebody asked what they did to the fox. Let's just say that there are people who fantasize Nick and Judy getting together, and they have took their fantasy too far. We'll put it that way. How about that? We'll just say that. Good job. Good teamwork there, guys. Alright, I'm gonna break off of him, Spitfire. Now, where did the... Oh, wow, they all crashed. Cool. But yeah, to make a long story short, like, I love Zootopia, but I don't like the fan base, or at least the furry fan base, because those are normally the ones that are doing all that stuff. And it's sickening. It really is. It honestly is sickening, the stuff that they do to these characters. And it's like, dude, you're like ruining somebody's childhood and you have no problem with that at all. And it's like, you know, they probably say no. And that, I think, is what bothers me the most, is that they don't actually have an issue with ruining somebody's childhood. And it's like, dude, you're sick, you know? Like, you need help. That's like honestly what I want to tell them sometimes. Yes, that's the plan. I want to try and get all this crap done so that I can go on ahead and start maybe messing with a different nation instead of constantly grinding out aviation. Even though I've already said the only way I'm moving on is if I get all these planes leveled up. So take that as you want. So I still have the P-51, I have that AM-1, I have the AD-4 that I have to level up, the F-8F, and the F-7F. So just keep that in mind. What is the point of making... That's what I'm saying, Ace. That's what I'm saying. And we'll just say that people have made... people have made very long logs on Nick Wilde and made Nick and Judy do things. It's disturbing, bro. It is. And the fact that I stumbled across it makes me even more freaking creeped out, too. Oh, excuse me. It's like, dude, you know, okay, I get the fact that you want Nick and Judy to get together. Okay, I'm cool with that. You know, I have my opinion against it. I always will, and there's nothing that's going to change that. But... you know, at least have some sort of consideration for somebody when it comes to that, you know? Because it's like what Ace is saying, you know? There could be... But, anyway, but, What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Like, I'm okay with Nick and Judy getting together to a point because, you know, I think it would be interesting myself. I would be very interested to see what they decided to do as far as the children. Hey, TU2, you missed. But, like, you know, yeah, I know I'm 20 years old and I'm still waiting on freaking Zootopia 2 to come out. I know it sounds childish, but, like, I remember watching Zootopia and wanting... And you know the funny thing is, guys, like, I'm completely against Nick and Judy getting together. But when I first watched Zootopia 2, here's the thing. I actually wanted them to get together. Like, I legitimately wanted Nick and Judy to get together. Because I thought, as well, it would be cute. And then one day... Alright. See you later, Acer. Or Ace. Well, why I keep wanting to call you Acer, but yeah, like I know it's really weird, a guy like me saying that, you know, but a lot of the reason I changed my mind is because I started going to church, and one of the things I learned at church. Now, I, of course, looked it up, and apparently it's not in the Bible, but I think that's complete and total BS. I think Google's just trying to make people feel better about their sin. But apparently, and I believe with all my heart this is complete and total bullshit, apparently it's not a sin to mix races, which is, I think, complete and total bullshit, but whatever. People will believe what they believe, and that'll always be how it is, unfortunately. They won't listen to reason. But, yeah, it's honestly like one of those controversial topics. Hey, look, a yak. I could kill that if I could actually get a shell off on him. Oh, whoops. Y'all didn't see that. I'm pretty sure I just got my friendly killed, so I feel responsible for that one. Nah, no you didn't. You watch him say something in the chat about it too now. Like, I'm gonna feel awful bad if I am the reason he got killed. Luckily, I did stop firing before I, like, killed him completely. Chris. Silence, child. All I heard was somebody choke in the background. What just happened in the Discord chat? Crusader, did you just choke? Uh-huh. Already got that one. Moving in for the next one. I don't even care if I get killed, because I'm having fun. I got 3 targets, yes! I'm being shot at, aren't I? Yes, I am. Dear Lord! My engine! My flap! Everything burns! I killed a target before I died! Yeah! Was it worth it? Yes. Yes, it was. But you guys want to know what sparked a lot of controversy to Nick and Judy getting together? There is one line at the end of Zootopia, and people immediately thought that Nick and Judy were going to get together. Excuse me. At the end of Zootopia 2, Judy slams on brakes, and Nick gets the popsicle in his eye, right? Nick goes, you know you love me. Judy goes, do I know that? Yes, I do. And immediately people started saying that Nick and Judy should get together and that they were going to get together and all this. And it's like, when I look back at it now, it's like, do y'all not realize that they were talking about, like, loving each other as friends? Dude, I can't tell you how many times my friends, who are all guys, by the way, have said, hey, man, I love you, man. And it's like in a friendship toward type of way. This is gonna be the last match, and then I'm gonna end the stream. I need a break. If I'm gonna stream tonight, I need a break. Y'all are breaking me. But yeah, like a lot of people thought immediately, including myself, that Nick and Judy were going to get together in the second movie. And while I'm not really opposed to Nick and Judy getting together, I don't like the idea, and this is how I feel now. I'm not really opposed to the two of them getting together. That's not the issue. The issue is the fact that I don't want them getting together in the second movie, because then there's going to be a lot of questions. When did they date? Did they date at all? Was it a rushed relationship? You know, don't hook them together immediately. Okay, right now, from what we have, according to sources and everything, oh no. I'm gonna take it and leave. I ain't gonna do nothing else. Now I know I just saw a freaking tank. I knew it. I did see a tank. I see another tank. Oh dear God, there's more tanks. Tanks are scary at 8-0, man. Also, I can't see half my screen because of the fact that the light is glaring. Of course, my cannon barrel's out. No, please. I got like triple tapped. Ow. But yeah, like hooking Nick and Judy up is like one of those like really stupid ideas. But apparently one of the producers or whatever is completely aware that fans want to do that, and apparently he's okay with it. I'm sorry, I don't like the idea, because Nick and Judy are too different from one another. Like, no. While yes, I believe them being best friends could work out, I don't think them being in a relationship would ever work out. Because Nick, whether he wants to admit it or not, is too much of a headstrong fox to do anything. And Judy is the same way. She's too headstrong in her ways too. They would never be able to work together. Well, they can work together as friends and as partners in like a police station. I believe that with all my heart and soul. That's why I say I think they should stay as friends. But don't try and hook them up into a relationship. That would never work. It would fail immediately. And anyone with a brain and and the sense to see it would notice it. That would never work. Now, I've also said, and I know a lot of you heard me say it, so that's why I'm not really trying to deny it. I also said that, you know, I've also said that I wouldn't be opposed to them finding out that they have feelings for one another and maybe hooking up that way. And I would not be opposed to that. I would be actually all for it. But don't make it feel like it's rushed. If you went and married Nick and Judy together, or put them together as a couple, or whatever you decided you wanted to do, right now, right? Alright, what if they find out that they're too different from one another and that they can't make it work out? Alright, what if that happens? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Only the cannon breach? Dude, that's such bull. Five hours is the longest stream I've ever done. I do believe 5 hours is the longest amount of time that I've ever streamed, so. But anyway, now, I know a lot of y'all have seen by now that there's a plan. Oh, Schnikey. Hi. Ow. I'm just gonna drive off. See you later. We'll go this way. This way seems nice, right? Yeah, let's go this way. Whee! Whee! I'm just driving. I don't care. He took my breach, so now... Hi. You want to hang out? Okay. But, I know for a fact a lot of people are shipping Wolf and Diane Foxington, or Mr. Wolf and Diane Foxington, and the bad guys too. That one is more understandable because they're both criminals, and to be honest, they clicked. Like, if I'm being honest, freaking y'all, I know y'all had to see it. Wolf from the bad guys, when he first ow, what the bro is a tryhard. Bro took 2 crewmen and then proceeded to try and kill me. Nice. And failed, might I add. But, like, those 2 characters, like, if you pay attention in the movie, dude, don't poke out, you're gonna get shot. Oh my god, he's gonna get killed. When Wolf was watching the TV and he saw Diane, it's like, he fell in love immediately. It was like one of those love at first sight moments or whatever. And, you know, I was like, yeah, that could work out. You know, a fox and a wolf getting together I could see happening, yes. But, a bunny and a fox getting together, just, I don't know, that bothers me, you know? Like, what are their children gonna look like? Is one gonna be taller than the other one? Are their children gonna be taller than their mother? You know, things like that are things that I think about when I think about, like, Nick and Judy having children. Fox buns, no. Like, I've actually seen art, believe it or not. There is actually some really decent art out there of what Nick and Judy's children would look like if they had some. And I have to admit, they'd look pretty nice. They'd look cute, you know? Yeah, that's right. Accept fate, dear sir. Oh no. But the point is like, you know, do I believe that Nick and Judy's children could have the possibility of looking really cute and all? Yes. Do I agree with it? No, not really. And it's simply because of the fact that, you know, like, and you know, going back to talking about like what their children would look like and everything. There's like pictures out there where they have one child and the kid has like one purple eye, one green eye, you know, one for Nick, one for Judy, you know. And I think the child has like fox ears and a bunny tail, or it's bunny ears and a fox tail. I think it's the fox ears and the bunny tail. Dude, I'm going to talk about what I want to, and nobody else is saying anything bad about it. So, you know, you can either deal or leave. I don't care. I don't talk about this stuff very often, and this is something I want to get off my chest. But, I don't like the, I just don't. I'll end it on this since it's obviously bothering people. I don't like the idea of Nick and Judy getting together. I think it's stupid. And I know by now that you guys know that I've made some, well, if you're on the Discord, you know that I have made some AI generated art, and it's not like anything suggestive or anything. It's just like my character in a cowboy outfit next to Judy, who is also in a cowboy outfit. And it actually looks really cool, and it looks really good, and I think it fits the whole thing really well. But anyway, yeah, we got a nuke inbound. We'll probably win this, hopefully. I'm looking down the road. Oh, dear Lord. They're behind me. It doesn't matter if they cap the point by now anyway, because, like, you know, we've already won. If we get that nuke out... Yep, there we go. We won. Congratulations, guys. I finished it off on a win. Look! It's a mushroom! Nom nom nom. I don't like the fact that I get paid more in silver lions than I do in anything else, but whatever, we'll deal. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so now we can start researching the good shell for the Magok 5, so that's nice. Oh look, we got the good bombs, so now we have those we can mount now. That's nice. Alright. Oh wow, look, another bug fix. Wow. Yamato, a bug where the explosion of a 155 cannon ammunition always resulted in the destruction of the ship has been fixed. Well, that sounds like a really nice one. Ash River has been returned to the rotation. Been temporarily removed from the rotation until bugs on this location are fixed. Sweden, a bug that caused some wooden market stalls to become indestructible, has been fixed. Guys, we lost Finland. Oh no. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it here. I hope everybody has a lovely day. And remember, you mess with the wolf, you